Hi everyone, today we're talking about the Zhiyun Crane version 2. So I got the Zhiyun Crane version 2 on Friday to use with my Nikon D500. They say the max workload on this is 1.8 kilograms. My Nikon D500 with the 1680 lens weighs in at about 1.5 kilograms, so that shouldn't be a problem. However, the camera is pretty big. It was a long shot getting this, as it's quite expensive, but I had to try it out because I wanted smoother video, and yeah, this looked like a perfect match for me. However, I'm sending it back. I shot some this weekend on Saturday, and yeah, I'm gonna edit that in right now so you can see. I'm filming this with the crane now, walking at the same time. It looks pretty good for these kind of shots, but doing something like a vlog or shooting downhill mountain biking, it just doesn't cut it. I know that the D500 isn't the most optimal camera for using with this rig, but you think an expensive gimbal like this should be able to do this, to be honest. It's a bit overpriced for the quality, or it's very sturdy, and it works panning and going up and down, and I'm shifting the camera about 1 meter up and down now, but I think it looks pretty good. It's no jitter or anything, but I don't know. I think it's the combination of a Nikon D500 and the Zhiyun Crane version 2 that it's not the best one. There's another biker. Let's see if I can. Did you see that? In the end, the gimbal just, I don't know how to explain it, just went away on its own. Got its own life. In some angles it stops working, and yeah, sometimes the camera just drops or the gimbal suddenly changes positions, and it wasn't a weird angle. It was just panning. I was just panning with the whole gimbal like this. You see, again, I think the pan follow is too slow and I was moving too fast, but you kind of have to move fast filming this. So yeah, another biker. Let's see if we can reproduce that thing. Gick det bra? See, once again, the gimbal just went its own way. I probably won't do any more vlogging with this, like this. Has to do with the D500 autofocus as well, and I think that handheld is more comfortable and reliable. Reliable. So I don't know, should I return this or give it another chance? I don't know. Have to think about that. The video looks pretty good, the edited part, but when I was using this, when I panned too much, the camera the gimbal kind of at the end tilted rapidly, and so I had to cut out pretty much footage from this. And I know that the D500 it's not optimal to use with this, and I was aware of that. But because the workload was 1.8 kilograms, I thought, yeah, why not? First of all, I have to calibrate this at the very end on all angles, so it won't fit in the box that it came in if I'm between shoots. I had to this box, so I had to recalibrate it every time I was changing locations, because it's not very handy to walk around with when you have a lot of other gear as well. The problem is that it's very hard to balance the D500 on this. Even though I got it exactly right, sometimes the footage was unusable because of jitters, and the video I shot wasn't that good. It might have been a bad day, but I tried it pretty much. And the reason I'm sending it back is because when I got home and tried it out on Sunday, it didn't start. It was broken. I don't have the batteries in now, so I tried to fully recharge the batteries, and I started it, and the light here just kept on flashing blue. I couldn't connect it to the phone, not to the computer. I couldn't update the firmware. I couldn't do anything with it. It was limp. So I don't think the D500 is a compatible match with the Zhiyun Crane version 2. So that's why I'm sending it back. If you have the D500, consider getting another one, or another camera, a smaller camera, a lighter camera, because yeah, it's pretty expensive and you don't want to break it the first day as I did. Maybe it's a bad batch, but I don't know. I don't want to risk it getting a new one, so I'm getting my money back, and I'm not going with the Zhiyun Crane version 2. Other than the braking part, I kind of enjoyed using it. It was a bit heavy with the D500 because it's a heavy camera. The camera being so big, at some angles the gimbal hit the camera, and yeah, it didn't work out as I planned. I was really looking forward to trying this gimbal. I had my eyes on it for a very long time because I'm a pretty shaky guy, so my footage shakes a lot, and I thought the gimbal would help me with that, and it did in a way. The footage looked good, but seeing as the gimbal couldn't handle the camera, it wasn't worth it. I'm thinking about getting a Canon 80D as well, just so I could have the flip screen, because the D500 isn't made for vlogging either, and it's, to be fair, I didn't buy the D500 to vlog. I did it because I work in photography and filming, and it works great. It's just that when I started vlogging, I would really love a camera that's easy to vlog on. D500 is not. So that's my verdict. If you own the D500, don't get the Zhiyun Crane version 2. I don't know about the Zhiyun Crane 2, which is a newer one, if that works better, but I wouldn't risk it. And yeah, didn't work, and it broke. How can a gimbal break after one day? And I didn't even handle it badly. I put it in the box as soon as I was done. I was very careful, and yeah, couldn't do it. And I was shooting downhill mountain biking. The speed on the riders and the speed of the gimbal, no, doesn't cut it. It's probably great for cinematic shots and slow panning, but for downhill mountain biking, not so much. So I'm very disappointed, and I hope this video can help you decide whether getting the Zhiyun Crane version 2 for your heavy DSLR or not. So, and if you have any experience with this and a bigger camera, let me know, and any experience with it at all, if it broke on you or something. I don't know if it broke completely because the lights was still blinking, but I couldn't connect to the phone, not to the computer, not anything, which I could do before I tried it out. And I read online that you could upgrade the firmware to make it work again, but since I couldn't even connect it to the computer, I couldn't. So this is going back to the store, and I hope they give me a full refund, because I used it one day and then it broke. So I'm gonna email the manufacturer about this and hopefully get an answer and tell you in another video what they replied. And oh, and before I bought this, I googled it so much. I checked videos, I checked articles, everything. I couldn't find anyone using it with the D500 other than that the manufacturer said in a comment on a discussion board that it should work because the workload on this is 1.8 kilograms and the D500 is 1.5 kilograms. But I guess they were wrong. It did not work, so I wish I could use it because I love gimbals and I've been using the DJI Osmo Mobile for a while. Yeah, you can only shoot with your phone and you can't record sound on it because the lightning port is blocked by the gimbal arm, and yeah, you get motor sounds from it. So I was really looking forward to getting this and shooting with my D500. But yeah, as you can hear, I was disappointed. Didn't work. Now I'm stuck with a limp gimbal. My final verdict: think again if you're planning on getting this one and you own a D500 or a camera sized equally, because I think this is made mostly for Sony cameras and Panasonic, the smaller ones, and maybe mirrorless as well. I will be doing more reviews like this, hopefully more positive ones. I have a lot of gear I need to review, and I hope they're more positive than this one, because as I said, I'm very disappointed. So Zhiyun Crane version 2 did not work with the D500. Please like and subscribe, and see you later.